Welcome to Mini Metro and my attempt at the daily challenge on the 3rd of July 2017. Oh, Montreal on Extreme. And I'm just curious, how did last night's score end up? I won't know because that was in last week and I can't see last week apparently. Or if there is a way, I don't know it. So let's start Montreal on Extreme. And as always with Extreme, I don't speed up the game because I get into trouble way too fast if I try and speed up the game. And it's been a while since I've done Montreal. I will spin that around there. Probably not the smartest move, but well, it gives you 5 tunnels to start with, that's something. Not exactly everything, but it is something. I'm just waiting for the next station to appear, and I've got an itch right by my eye. Which never helps when you're trying to look at a screen. Okay. Not ideal. Oh, I suppose if I do that and that, then I can expand the orange line up or down as necessary. While the green line can go to the right, and the yellow line, if I use it when I use it, can go to the left. Good theory, and sounds like a wonderful plan, and will probably work out about as well as all of my plans do, i.e. terribly. However, I'm willing to go with a plan. You always should have a plan. How else can you define failure if you didn't have a plan to start with? Then it's just a random series of events. And you should always have a criteria so you can define when you mess up. Yeah, some people can use it to define when they succeed. But as that seems to be such a rare occurrence for me, I think I'd just leave it to define when you mess up. What was the thing from the A-Team? I love it when a plan comes together. Whereas I'm amazed when a plan comes together. And I'm not being pessimistic about this in any way, shape or form. It's just bitter experience normally means either my plans must suck or I'm just not very good at executing them. One or the other. Or possibly both. Although at least I'm not quite as bad as planning as that couple who decided they wanted to become YouTube stars by firing a 50 caliber pistol into a book to stop the bullet, and the guy being killed. I'll put another train on the green line because even my plans aren't that bad. My logical thought would have been, okay, before I stand behind this book that someone's going to fire a gun into, or fire a bullet into, I will put the book against a wall and fire the gun into it and see if it actually works before I stand behind the book. So, no matter how badly my plans may be, none of them are quite as stupid as those two. Yeah, obviously, one of them is now, well, both of them, I assume, technically, are candidates for the Darwin Awards. Yes, so stupid they need to get out my damn gene pool. If that's a circle, then I'm going to have to use the yellow line. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm coming to a Sunday shortly, so... Okay, that's it. That's a circle. I'm going to use the yellow line. And we're going to go from there to there. Not the yellow line will actually do much, Because, let's face it, a circle and a square together aren't going to do much, but can now head out that direction to whatever that is. And I'm going to take a carriage for right now. But for right now, and I'm going to put it on one of the green line trains. Because I can just see the green line getting messier and messier unless I do something to stop it now. Well, that's not great, but okay. Now, as I think I've mentioned before, what I consider mediocre but acceptable is a score of 250 on extreme mode, no matter what the scenario. I'm very much the scenario doesn't matter, it's extreme mode, and I suck at extreme mode, so 250 is acceptable, 500 is nice. Anything above 500, as far as I'm concerned, is a miracle. We will go with the green line to there. It's one of the reasons it already has 2 trains and a carriage on it, is because I figured it was going to expand in that general direction. And hopefully that will be a triangle. This new wonderful station that's slowly appearing. A triangle would be good. Although it is already... Okay, it's a unique shape. Well, okay, I'll live with that. I could do with a triangle on the yellow line. But I'm coming up towards the end of another week. Seems to be going quite fast this week. And I haven't had to panic yet. I'm sure that's coming, but I do use the word yet advisedly for this on this occasion. Well, this is where the... Well, if that station doesn't arrive before the end of Sunday, that would be good. Maybe not ideal, but it would be good. That's good enough. Now we'll take a line. And we will go from there, through there, to there. It will help out the green line a little. I'm wondering if I might be able to get away with this. It does kind of make the blue line a little long, but like I say, I've achieved acceptable at this point. And to be honest, it's going better than I have any normal right to expect. I could do with a triangle on the yellow line. I still have 3 tunnels spare. The green line is about as efficient as it needs to be. I'm not convinced about the blue line at this point. And the yellow line I'd like to have a triangle on, but you don't get everything you want in life. That is always one constant you can guarantee. Life is never going to give you everything you actually want. It's always nice to strive for things, but don't expect to just get the things you want just because you want them. There you go, philosophical message of the day. The green line still has me slightly concerned because these 2 yellow circles at the bottom of it aren't doing wonderfully, which is fortunately one of the reasons I haven't put my spare train on a line yet, just in case I had to throw it at the green line at some point. Whilst they are, or whilst it is doing okay, it's not doing absolutely great. Although the 2 trains are nicely separating now. I'll go with a carriage. Ah, good-o. Spiffing. Jolly good show, chaps. A nice triangle for the yellow line. And I'm wondering what this one's going to be, and which line I'm going to connect to that new station. Oh, it's a circle. Well, congratulations, yellow line. You're going to start to suffer now. Yes, I'm still not happy about the green line, the way it keeps building up. I've got 2 new stations coming. Well, that's going to be taken care of by the orange line, which is going north to south. And that one's going to be taken care of by the blue line, as apparently that one might have to be as well. Congratulations, blue line, you just qualified for the carriage. Congratulations, yellow line, you just qualified for one of the spare trains. Not great. And that is why you qualified for the carriage, blue line, because I could see stuff backing up over there. Well, I can now safely say that I am going to achieve a score which is better than I had a right to expect when I started. Ah, that station is going to be a tad problematic. It's Saturday. Maybe it'll arrive before the Sunday, maybe it won't, but either way it's not going to be great. It's going to arrive before the Sunday arrived. Well, therein lies a tad of a challenge. As I'm just keeping an eye on everything else to see where it goes. Right, we will take a line and here we'll go. Ah, that wasn't intentional the way that went, but never mind. We'll go to there. The blue line will now go up to there. That one's going to go on the yellow line, I imagine. Unfortunately, yes. If this square station could sort itself out, it would be quite handy right about now. I've only got 1 spare train and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to want to use it. And I'm thinking possibly the blue line, but also possibly the green line. Neither of which are in the greatest of shape here. Managed to survive. Yes, I really need to get to another Sunday now. I need more trains, preferably, and carriages. Because the yellow line is a problem because there's 3 circle stations together. The red and the blue line aren't great, and the blue line is starting to look like it's going to need another train and or another carriage. But the yellow line is my biggest current problem. I can hear something not working, but I can't see it. Well, that's going to be that line. Not great, I know, but that's going to be the blue line no matter what. Please, can I get to the end of Sunday? Obviously not in time. Like I said, the yellow line was becoming a problem. So I need to solve that problem. And a carriage. Good. Okay, that's going to go on the blue line. That's expected. That's going to go on the orange line. And where's the other green line train? do that. So both of you have got carriages. Where is... oh, the blue train is over that end, which is not good. But at least the red train is also helping. And I've got the one tunnel left, and that's really not going to help. That's going to take my last tunnel. But there's nothing I can do about that apart from what I just did, and we need to solve this line crisis. So and this is where I really would like to be able to alter the line. I kind of... it's going to be bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's horrible, but it's what I can do with what I've got. Because I could bend that round there without using a tunnel, even though it's now got a horrible angle on that end. However, on the plus side, if I can just keep going for another couple of days, I will far have exceeded my expectation for a score on an extreme mode scenario. When I say far exceeded by miles. I would have accepted 800 as a really good score. To get a 4-figure score, I need tunnels more than anything. Now, whichever way I do that, it's not going to be good. So, where's the blue trains? Well, first off, you have the train, and you, my orange friend, have that. This is where, yeah, it's going to go horribly wrong. I don't think my trains are going to get back to this end of the blue line in time to actually help. Even if they do, I can't pick up trains, of course, and move them around. It's not going to clear enough to actually be helpful. No, it's only going to clear one out of there, which, well, with luck, assuming a few more passengers land before that, yeah, that station did survive long enough to get me over 1100 on an extreme mode. That's going to be one of my best extreme mode scores ever. Of course, it doesn't get me in the top 10, because obviously other people know how to play Montreal on extreme mode better than I do. But I'm happy with that score. In fact, I'm truly amazed at that score. But that was my Mini Metro Daily Challenge attempt. Montreal on extreme mode with a score of just over 1100. Not a bad day for the 3rd of July 2017. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you down the road.